It is a mistake for any elected official, in my opinion. I don't think this is a very out there opinion, to attack media and journalists.
But I imagine you do when it comes to tariffs.
We look at all the things that could impact consumers and customers.
In a few moments, I will sign a historic executive order instituting reciprocal tariffs on countries throughout the world. Reciprocal, that means they do it to us and we do it to them.
No official announcement, no advance notice, no backroom talks, just a quiet seismic shift, now reverberating through global ports, factory floors, and the already fragile U.S. economy. Amazon, the titan of limitless products and lightning-fast delivery, is beginning to withdraw from the very nation it helped reshape. And the reason isn't competition or regulatory pressure. It's Donald Trump. This week, Amazon started unwinding its established supply networks, not because demand has fallen or its business model has failed, but because Trump's tariffs have rendered its previous operations unsustainable. Importing from China, once the backbone of countless Amazon listings, has become prohibitively costly, fraught with risk, and politically volatile. As a result, Amazon isn't abandoning the market, it's abandoning the system. And the resulting shockwaves may deliver a final blow to what's left of America's supply chains. Before we continue, hit that like button to help us beat the YouTube algorithm and to show your support. It all began when Trump once again wielded his tariff hammer. In April, he imposed a sweeping 10% tax on all imports, not just from China, but globally. For certain Chinese goods, tariffs have now surged to a staggering 145%. This isn't just protectionism, it's economic warfare. Amazon responded immediately. The company scrambled to restructure its logistics, cancel contracts, and reroute shipments to bypass U.S. ports entirely. Goods that once shipped directly from Shenzhen to Los Angeles are now detouring through Vietnam, entering Mexico, and slipping back into the U.S. under revised customs classifications. Others are simply being sold in Europe, skipping the American market altogether. And if Trump believed this would bring manufacturing jobs back to the U.S., he miscalculated. Amazon isn't reshoring, it's offshoring more strategically. New factories are popping up in Vietnam and India. Assembly is shifting to places like Malaysia and Indonesia. Warehouses along the Mexican border are thriving. What's missing? New American factories. The promised jobs aren't returning. They're just being redirected overseas. The impact is harsh. Amazon's Haul section, a bargain product line created to rival Tu and Shein, is imploding. Haul made it possible for Americans to buy ultra-cheap goods directly from Chinese sellers, a $2 phone case, a $3 kitchen gadget. But that model relied on a loophole, the de minimis exemption, which allowed items under $800 to enter the U.S. without tariffs. That loophole is now closed, and the consequences are devastating. Chinese sellers who once shipped 10,000 packages per day to U.S. customers are now reporting cancellations of over 85%. Their products are too cheap to survive triple-digit import taxes. And Amazon, it is cutting them loose. In Shenzhen, panic has already set in. Wang Xin, director of the Shenzhen Cross-Border E-Commerce Association, said this week that the industry is facing collapse. This is not just about tax, he said. The entire cost structure has collapsed. No one can survive. Thousands of sellers are now abandoning the U.S. marketplace. Some are pivoting to Europe, others to Brazil, but many are simply giving up. Amazon is not waiting to pick up the pieces. It is already rebuilding elsewhere. Vietnam has become the new China. India is rising fast. Amazon has begun opening fulfillment centers along Mexico's northern corridor. And in the U.S., Amazon is scaling down its direct import operations, preferring to bring in goods through offshore nodes where tariffs are lower or easier to manipulate. This is not a hypothetical scenario. It is happening now, and the numbers are staggering. Analysts estimate that Amazon has restructured over $13 billion in import contracts in the past 2 months. Products that used to enter through California are now flowing through Latin America. Contracts with Chinese manufacturers have been canceled or frozen. The company has shifted more than half of its new vendor sourcing to Vietnam, India, and Mexico since Trump's tariff hike. Although Amazon has stayed publicly silent, CEO Andy Jassy made the company's position clear during a recent investor call. They are controlling expenses, consumer demand remains stable, and prices have been maintained, for now. However, even Jassy acknowledges that the pressure is mounting. Amazon is keeping prices steady by absorbing the financial hit, but that approach isn't sustainable in the long run. Sooner or later, the impact of tariffs will be felt where it matters most to consumers, the price tag. Before we continue, hit that subscribe button to show your support to the channel. And Trump? He's doing his best to ignore it. Last month, reports surfaced that Amazon was planning to display the cost of tariffs directly on its product pages, a small note beside the price showing how much more consumers were paying due to import taxes. Trump reportedly lost his temper. His press team labeled the move as sabotage, a smear effort, a political hit job. Amazon denied the plan, saying the idea had been considered but ultimately scrapped. Still, the implication was obvious. Tariffs are hitting consumers, and the president doesn't want that fact made visible. What's happening now isn't just an economic development, it's a political moment of truth. Trump's entire trade strategy is starting to fall apart. He assured Americans that tariffs would bring jobs back, hurt China, and revive national pride. Instead, they're driving up costs, redirecting global trade, and triggering frustration across the business world. Walmart has warned it can't absorb rising prices much longer. Target has reduced its profit projections. Home Depot is facing potential product shortages. Mattel has said Barbie dolls could soon cost more. And Amazon, the world's biggest online retailer, is restructuring to withstand the effects of Trump's trade policies. And this is only the beginning. The real storm is coming for shoppers. Baby car seats are projected to increase by $100. Basic electronics could climb 15%. Shoes and apparel sourced from Asia are already rising. And the ripple effect will not stop at big box retailers. Small businesses that depend on Amazon's infrastructure, sellers, vendors, fulfillment partners, are now facing cost structures they cannot manage. Many will be forced to shut down or raise prices beyond what their customers can pay. Meanwhile, the Trump administration continues to spin. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent told reporters this week that tariffs are a tool for leverage. He admitted some costs will hit consumers, but he said the pain would be temporary, that inflation is cooling, that tax relief is coming. But economists are not buying it. Yale's Budget Lab released a new projection. Average American households will lose over $2,800 in purchasing power this year, not because of inflation, but because of tariffs. And while Trump insists China is paying the cost, the facts say otherwise. Tariffs are paid by importers. Those importers pass the cost to retailers. Retailers pass it to consumers. And right now, those consumers are already paying more. The irony is sickening. Trump claims victory. He points to headlines. He says China is struggling. But the reality is this. China is not breaking. They are rerouting. They are cutting deals with Europe, Africa, and South America. Chinese exporters are moving through Vietnam and Malaysia. They are finding ways to circumvent Trump's wall of tariffs. And the U.S. is watching its biggest companies turn away. This week, Amazon canceled over $400 million worth of direct shipments from China. Next week, that number will climb. And this is just the start. In Mexico, Amazon's regional fulfillment hubs are growing more rapidly than anticipated. Shipping routes that once led to California's ports are being redirected south. Rail traffic is shifting through Texas. Customs brokers in Laredo report handling twice the volume they did a year ago. Meanwhile, at the ports of Los Angeles and Long Beach, containers sit untouched. Shipments are delayed. Jobs are vanishing. Longshoremen face reduced hours. Truck drivers have fewer loads. Warehouses operate at half capacity. The lifeblood of America's import economy is slowing down. Still, the administration insists on calling this a reset. But it's not a reset, it's a retreat. And Amazon's shift makes that clear. Amazon isn't moving its headquarters or closing U.S. storefronts, but it is relocating its economic backbone, the unseen infrastructure that drives its operations, beyond U.S. borders. Trump's tariffs made domestic operations too costly. And when Amazon moves, it's not just a single company leaving, it's the entire supply chain. It's the direction of the future.